So you're looking to become a travel agent. Well, you're in the right place because today I'm going to go over a few things that you need to know before you become a travel agent and tell you the truth of what actually happens. A lot of people try to say it's all sunshine and rainbows, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you the reality of this. So if you are going to become a travel agent, you have a good idea of what you're getting yourself into. First, I'm going to go into why I became a travel agent and then go to some of the FAQs. This is important because you need to know why you want to become a travel agent to see if it actually fits what your expectations of a travel agent would be and pairing that into what the reality is. So first, I became a travel agent because one, I love to travel. I mean, who doesn't? I have a great passion for traveling. It's something I love to do. And during the pandemic and back in 2020, when basically the entire world shut down and no one could travel, I pretty much went insane not being able to leave my house. So I made it my mission to figure out what it takes to actually travel during that time. And a lot of the rules and the laws at the moment vary between a lot of different countries. So I know if I could try to figure it out myself, I could help other people travel themselves. And of course, I wanted those travel agent benefits, being able to travel more often, which I'm going to get into here in a little bit. The first thing you need to do is do as much research as what it takes to be a travel agent as possible. So you're already on step one. You may have just began this journey or you may be towards the end of it. Because knowledge is power. You want to know as much information before you go in so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. And one of the main things with that is finding a host agency. Who are you going to work for? Or are you going to do business for yourself? For example, me, I'm a travel agent. I opened my own travel agency. So I don't work for anyone else. I work for me. And I actually already have travel agents working for me. I'm always looking to expand. But for most people, you're going to want to go with a host agency at least from the start because you may not know the ins and the outs of the travel agency. And it may sound easy, but there's some steep learning curve. So if you can actually learn with someone else first for maybe a few years, then you may be able to venture out on your own. I did it the hard way. I started on my own because, well, I have my MBA. I teach business classes at the college level. So, I mean, it shouldn't be too hard, right? Well, yes and no. You're going to want a host agency that's one, great at training. There's a lot of different suppliers out there, whether it be cruise lines, airlines, resorts. They all have their own booking systems and their own trainings on their product specifically, but that's not going to replace the actual know-how, some of the knowledge, and some of the process that go along with that. So what kind of support does that host agency gives you? For example, me, I'm on call 24/7 for my travel agents. You have a question, feel free to text me, feel free to call me. If I'm available, I will reply. Because your success is my success and vice versa. You're going to want a host agency who's going to teach you the ropes. What are the best business practices beyond just knowledge about that cruise line, the airline, the resort, that kind of thing. With this, I would also watch out for MLM. What an MLM is a multi-level marketing company. And basically, you can think of it as a pyramid scheme, but they won't say it's a pyramid scheme, even though it's built just like the pyramid. You're going to have someone up top, and they recruit people below them to work for them, and those people recruit other people to work below them, and all the way down. And you get a cut of the commission for someone signing up to work with you. So in those kind of setups, mostly the money actually comes from signing other people up to be travel agents, not necessarily selling travel. So be careful with that. If they're trying to push hard on you, trying to recruit other people, it's probably an MLM. So for example, with me, that's not something I do. I'm the host agency. I'm a travel agent myself. If you want to work with me as a travel agent, I'm definitely going to do so. But I'm not going to pay you to go out recruit other people. You make money by selling travel, not recruiting others. Next thing to ask is what kind of fees are associated with it. Some host agencies don't charge fees to work for them, while others charge fees. It may sound weird that someone's charging fees to work with them, but remember, you're an independent contractor, which means you're not an employee. You technically work for yourself. It's like running your own business. For example, to work as a travel agent under me, I don't charge any fees. Why that is because I want to make it easy for you as possible to become a travel agent without you worrying about how you're going to afford the monthly fee. Other agencies have a monthly fee, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just know what you're going to get for that fee. So for example, some places charge a monthly fee, and with that, you're going to get a website. You may get insurance. You may get E&O, that's basically business insurance errors and omission. We get access to a CRM, which is customer resource management, which basically is a system that stores all your customer information. It makes it very easy to track your leads and some other stuff. So ask what it includes. So for example, with me, I charge no fee. I do include errors and omissions policy. However, I do not supply a CRM for that free charge. There is an option to sign up with me that includes a CRM, that includes a website, but I'll let you choose one or the other. Some don't offer that plan. So what do they charge you to be a travel agent? Make it spreadsheet because there'll be a list of pros and cons. Whether it be a free option with me or the paid option with me or what's included in other people's travel agencies. So make a spreadsheet and see what fits your needs. Another question to ask is, what is a commission split? Pretty much every travel agent is paid on commission. So be sure to ask what that commission split is. If it's less than 70-30, 70 to you, 30 to the host agency, that's not common. 70-30 is pretty much the low end. And some actually pay higher, 90-10, to where 90 goes to the travel agent and 10 goes to the host. So know what is your cut. Is it 70%? Is it 90%? And some of these do vary with which paid options you may go with. The next big question is, can I write off my expenses for travel off of my taxes? Yes and no. I am a travel agent. I know some of these answers. I used to do taxes. So again, I know some of these answers, but I'm not your tax advisor. Consult a tax professional because everyone's situation is going to vary. For example, I have an LLC, and the way taxes work with an LLC is different than a sole proprietorship. So that's going to be one reason for the big difference is how is your business set up? What tax structure does it fall under? Some things are tax deductible, some things are not. And having done taxes before, there is some gray area of what you can and cannot write off. That's when you consult a tax professional because specific situations and little details will tell you if it's tax deductible or not. Now for the big one, free travel. That's something that everyone thinks that travel agents get free travel. Is this true? Again, yes and no. Think about it this way. The cruise lines, the airlines, these resorts, they're businesses. So they're in the business of making money. So you only get free travel if one, you made them a lot of money already, or two, they see some kind of potential in you to make money for giving you a free discounted trip. So does it happen? Yes. But it may be less common than you may think, but also varies between the suppliers. I specialize in cruise lines, so I have a lot of knowledge about how cruise line, some of these trips are called fam trips or familiarization trips. What this is basically you're going to go on that cruise, and the goal of that is to learn about the product. What is the best way to learn about a cruise line? Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Disney, etc. It is to experience yourself. So these familiarization trips are designed to get you on the ship and experience it yourself. Sometimes it's free. All you have to do is pay taxes and fees and how to get there. Other times there is an additional charge to do it, but usually cheaper than booking it yourself. It does vary. Sometimes performance-based. Sometimes it's first come, first serve. Sometimes you just get lucky. That being said, I have gone on a lot of free cruises myself. Some of these I do special tasks, complete special training. Other times it could be a limited deal saying, hey, we have free space on the ship, and the first 10 travel agents to reply could get a spot. It's first come, first serve. Or here's a list of dates for discounted cruises, whether it be free or super cheap to get on. And again, first come, first serve. So does it happen? Yes. Does it always happen? No. And some cruise lines are a lot better at doing it than others. Some cruise lines, you're not going to get a free cruise unless you sell a crazy amount. While other ones, it's very easy to get a free cruise or discounted cruise. But something that pretty much every cruise line does is some kind of ship tour / ship inspection. And what this is basically you spend a day on the ship. I do a lot of these out of Galveston in particular because that's the nearest port to me. I could drive there. And basically you'll be the first person on the ship. You get to take a tour, you get to eat the food, you get to check out the rooms. You get to experience the ship for a good part of the day. And just before the ship has to take off and set sail, you have to get right back off. Kind of bittersweet, but It gives you an idea of what the cruise line is like, gets you on the ship, you get photos, you get to experience it a little bit. And then when I get home, you don't have to do this. Personally, I make YouTube videos of the ship. So that way, if my customer of mine says, hey, I want to go on this ship, I could pull up a ship tour video and show them exactly what it's like. I have pictures of the rooms. I have videos of the rooms. Now, that's not required to make YouTube videos of it, but a lot of travel agents will have pictures of videos, so that way if a customer asks about it, they have something on hand to show them. Another cool thing is you can make commission on your own bookings. So I could pay the same rate as everyone else, and I can make a commission on that sale. Or I could get a special rate, some of the discounted rates, and depending on the situation, sometimes you get such a good deal that there's no commission paid on it, but sometimes you could double dip, get a discounted rate, and make commission. Be it on discounted rate, commission's pretty much almost nothing, but hey, I'll take anything I could get. Another thing people ask is, can I work remote as a travel agent? Why, yes. This is probably one of the most remote jobs you could be. If you have internet connection, you have a phone, you could be a travel agent. That's pretty much all you need. Computer, phone, internet. You're good to go. So you could do it from anywhere. Then the next question after that is, can I quit my full-time job and become a travel agent? Technically, yes. But you need to have reasonable expectations going in. The thing about being a travel agent is it takes time to build your business. You have to build a list of clientele. It's not something you could quit your day job, become a travel agent, and start getting paychecks within a few weeks. It's just not going to happen. The main reason is because, one, you need a bunch of clients to start booking to get paid on that travel. And you don't get paid on that travel until after travel has taken place. For example, with cruise lines, sometimes they'll pay you at final payment. Other times they'll actually wait till that the cruise had set sail, the travel has already taken place, and then they issue the commission check. And that could take a few weeks to a month after the selling has happened. Most of the time faster, but my point being is, don't be expecting to come in super quick and rely on that. Sometimes it's going to take a year, maybe a few years to actually get to a level of income that you could actually survive off of. Most people book cruises 6 months to a year in advance. So if you book someone today, on average, 6 months to a year is when you see your first paycheck from that cruise. So have reasonable expectations. Expedia is another example. There is a travel agent version of Expedia. However, they in no instance pay before travel. They always pay after the person has traveled. Even then, it could take another month for them to issue that check. So it takes time. So don't quit your day job, but it is very possible to do as a side hustle at first. As you build up your client list, start seeing a stable level of income, and at some point you might be able to do it full time. But that's all up to you. A lot of people do it in their spare time, just for an extra few bucks, and some people push it hard and make it a career. That's all up to you. But it's not an overnight success thing. Have reasonable expectations. With the host agency, you may have something called a IATA number or a CLIA number. And this is basically saying that, hey, this is your certification that you could be a travel agent. Sometimes use your host information, and that can also gain you access to something called a seller of travel. And what a seller of travel is a license that to sell travel in certain states. There are a few states that require that. Florida being one of them, Hawaii being another. I have a full list in the comments. So if you reside in one of those states and trying to sell travel, you need someone with that seller of travel. So that is another thing to check. All right, those are some of the few common questions and the truths of what it takes to be a travel agent. If you like that, be sure to like, subscribe. I may have more content like this coming out. If you want to become a travel agent, want to know more information, or want to sign up with me specifically, be sure to reach out below. I have my contact information there as well. And I'll see y'all next time.